Just like you predicted, Kaz. Jimmy Marcoux already having problems. Derek Poundstone out to a quick lead with 2 reps.
You see the way he places the dumbbell back down, controls it all the way. It saves so much time instead of waiting for the dumbbell to settle down and stop bouncing around.
That's 210 pounds in one hand. And Derek Poundstone quickly has 5 reps.
And goes for a left-hander. He gets it. It's really amazing that he can do so much with that body.
The mark to beat is 8, put up by Konstantin Elin of Ukraine. And Jimmy's done. So Derek's now tied. Does he go for one more and get the win?
The thing is, he's not tired.
And that's just not right. Derek Poundstone, 210 pounds, decides to put on a little show for the fans here in Malta. So Poundstone gets the victory, 9 repetitions in 75 seconds. And for England's Jimmy Marcoux, he's going to take a break and pretend this event never happened. Right arm or left arm, it didn't make a difference for Derek Poundstone. He just kept attacking that 210-pound weight. Derek standing by with Bill Kazmaier.
Derek, 9 times at 210 pounds. You made it look really easy. How's that possible?
Yeah, I was going to sort of hold back a little bit and let some of the other guys battle it out, but I did that last year and I didn't really like the way I felt, you know, so I came in here, I didn't push 110%. I was good for maybe 4 more, but I wanted to, you know, just get a little bit of workout and get the shoulders kind of working, you know, so I got a little bit more power for the final, so.
Well, nice show.
Thanks.
Derek Poundstone's impressive 9 repetitions gave him the victory in the dumbbell press. Konstantin Elin was second with 8 reps. Louis-Philippe Jean was third. Neither Marcoux or Neve recorded a successful repetition. Derek Poundstone has clinched the top spot in the group. With just 1 event remaining, Jean of Canada is in second, and the Ukraine's Elin is in third. One of those 2 men will grab the other transfer position. Derek Poundstone already knows he'll be in the final. Things are less certain for Konstantin Elin and Louis-Philippe Jean. 1 man will advance and 1 will go home. This is the world's strongest man. Welcome back to the picturesque island of Malta, the home for the 32nd edition of the World's Strongest Man. We're at Golden Bay for the 6th and final event of Group 1's qualifying journey, the Atlas Stones.
Todd, as always, the Atlas Stones will be a true test of overall body strength. To move these 5 stones that weigh between 220 and 360 pounds from the floor to the podiums will take serious work from the legs, back, and the arms.
And there is Derek Poundstone of America on your left, the top man in this group. Derek has already captured one of the 2 spots in the final from this group. His opponent is Jimmy Marcoux of England. For the 3rd straight year, Jimmy has had some great moments, but once again, it won't be enough to allow him to reach the final. So we know that Poundstone will be moving on. The 2nd transfer position will come down to the final heat of the Atlas Stones between Ukraine's Konstantin Elin and Louis-Philippe Jean of Canada. One note, American Kevin Nee has to withdraw because of a bicep injury.
Ready?
Well, this is Derek Poundstone's first look at the Atlas Stones at the World's Strongest Man since dropping the 5th stone when he was inches away from a title a year ago, Kaz.
Always going to be in the back of his mind. I think he'll just make quick work of these.
Jimmy Marcoux taking his time. Remember, he cannot qualify, so this is just practice run for him. He's at the 2nd stone, which weighs 245 pounds.
You see how that height is really a disadvantage for him.
Meanwhile, Derek Poundstone is now on to the 5th and final stone. That's 360 pounds.
Really an easy pick. Nice lap, good grip. Should pop it right up.
Poundstone just can't get comfortable with that, Kaz.
Here's the big question. The demons. Does he do it because he needs it in his own mind? He's already made the final. So just walk away from it. Tough question.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Marcoux staying at it. Now he's completed 4.
Poundstone has handled stones much heavier than this one.
And again, Derek Poundstone unsuccessful with the final stone. Jimmy Marcoux's going to give it a go, and he just runs out of time. So both men complete 4 stones. Derek Poundstone's time, 25.10 seconds. And for Jimmy Marcoux in his final event this year, 59.60 seconds, 4 stones as well. Everything was going well for American Derek Poundstone until he reached that last stone, but once again, it proved to be problematic. He's standing by with Bill.
Derek, you are so strong. Are you letting these stones get inside your head?
Yeah, it's probably those are light stones for me. Usually I can pick up the 360 in one motion, so it's one of those things, I guess. You know, it's a little hot. And of course, I know I'm in the final, so I'm not really digging very deep, but I was really surprised. And after I dropped the first time, I figured I at least loaded easily, but it was deceptively slick, so we'll see.
Well, you're the favorite going into the final. Do you think you can deliver?
Oh, absolutely. This was just a practice run. I already qualified, so this was just sort of practice.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks, guys.
One of these 2 men will join Poundstone in the final. Canada's Louis-Philippe Jean is currently in 2nd place and has a 1-point advantage. He knows if he beats Elin, he is into the final. Ukrainian Konstantin Elin is in 3rd place, but just like Jean, Elin knows a head-to-head victory here will earn him a berth in the final.
You have to like Jean's chances. He's experienced with these Atlas stones, plus he has the height advantage to help him reach the first couple of podiums.
Hold it. Yep.
First stone is placed for the Canadian. He's already on to the 2nd stone. And Kaz, this is an opportunity missed for Konstantin Elin.
He's just struggling because that podium is up over his head.
Not the case for Louis-Philippe Jean. He places the 3rd stone, 265 pounds, and Konstantin Elin finally gets the 1st stone placed.
Jean took those first 3 and the 4th to the shoulder. That's brute strength.
It is clear sailing for Louis-Philippe Jean on the left side of your screen. Konstantin Elin is only onto the 3rd stone. This final stone, 360 pounds. And this will clinch a spot in the final for the Canadian. Louis-Philippe Jean is moving on. And a disappointing finish for Konstantin Elin. But Louis-Philippe Jean really used his height to his advantage. He is able to place all 5 stones at a time of 48.73 seconds.
Never let it down.
For the Ukrainian Elin, blood, sweat, and tears, 4th place in the stones. He will not qualify for the final. Being just 6 feet tall really hurt Elin on the 1st stone. That ended the Ukrainians' chances. Louis-Philippe Jean had no such trouble, and the 5th stone ended any drama. The first-time finalist is standing by with Kaz.
Louis-Philippe, last year you didn't make the final. This year you're in for sure. What are you going to do when you get there?
Now I think final is coming, so you know, I think the stress is down now, because the stress is to qualify first, and after that I think the final will be really quite a good event for me, good competition. I'm really happy with that.
Sounds good to me. Best of luck.
Thank you, Bill.
Louis-Philippe Jean picked a good time to win his first event of the competition. The Canadian completed all 5 stones at a time of 40.
For me to get to the final was